What if I told you that the world of high fashion is not just about elegance and glamour, but also one filled with chaos, drama, and raw human emotion? Enter Kate Moss, the supermodel who has captured the attention of the world not just for her striking looks, but for the tumultuous life that unfolds behind the scenes. She is, in many ways, a rock star trapped in the world of supermodels, and her story is a gripping tale of fame, fortune, and the dark side of a glittering lifestyle. Born in Croydon, London, Kate Moss burst onto the fashion scene in the early 90s, shaking up the industry with her waif-like frame and unique beauty. She quickly became a muse for designers and photographers alike, gracing the covers of countless magazines and walking runways for top fashion houses. Yet, beneath the surface of this fairy tale, a different narrative began to emerge, one filled with bad boy romances, substance use, and a seemingly endless cycle of highs and lows. Moss's dating history reads like the script of a Hollywood movie. From her infamous relationship with Diddy to her whirlwind romance with Pete Doherty, Kate has been linked to a string of notorious figures. Each relationship added to her allure while simultaneously dragging her deeper into the chaos of the party scene. The media, of course, ate it up, painting her as the quintessential wild child, the girl who lived life unapologetically, even if it meant stumbling through it. But with fame came scrutiny. Throughout her career, Kate has faced a barrage of accusations regarding her choices, both personal and professional. From those early days when she was dubbed Cocaine Kate after a scandalous photo surfaced, to her struggles with addiction, the public has watched as she navigated the treacherous waters of celebrity life. And while some have celebrated her resilience, others have pointed fingers and cast judgment, often failing to recognize the complexity of her situation. What many people may not realize is that addiction doesn't discriminate. It creeps into the lives of those who seem to have it all, and Kate Moss is no exception. Despite her fame and success, she has battled demons that have threatened to overshadow her accomplishments. The pressures of the fashion industry, combined with her personal struggles, have created a volatile mix that has left her teetering on the edge more than once. And yet, there's something undeniably captivating about Kate. She embodies a paradox, a symbol of beauty and chaos, a muse and a mess. As we delve deeper into her story, we find that she is more than just a model. She is a representation of the struggles many face behind the glitz and glamour. But as we look at her life, we must ask ourselves, what does it truly mean to be a part of this world? Is it possible to find balance, or are the scales tipped too far into the abyss? As we continue, we'll explore the persona of the party girl that Kate has cultivated and the repercussions that have followed her. From the glamorous red carpets to the gritty reality of rehab, Kate's life is a testament to the highs and lows of fame. But that's just the beginning of her story. Stay tuned as we unravel the layers of Kate Moss, the model, the icon, and the woman battling her own demons. The dazzling allure of the fashion world often masks the gritty underbelly that lies beneath. For Kate Moss, the party girl persona was not merely a phase, it became an integral part of her identity. As she strutted down runways, her reputation as the ultimate wild child began to take shape, fueled by tales of late-night escapades and whirlwind romances with some of the biggest names in rock and roll. But what does it mean to embody such a chaotic lifestyle, and at what cost? Kate's early days in the spotlight saw her embraced by the fashion elite, but it was her relationships that truly solidified her status as a party girl. Perhaps most famously, her romance with Pete Doherty, a man who personified the rock star cliché, catapulted her into a world of unpredictability. Their love story was one marked by passion, turbulence, and, ultimately, public scrutiny. Photographers trailed them relentlessly, capturing moments of both joy and despair, turning their private lives into public spectacle. The tabloids thrived on their escapades, often framing Kate as a reckless vixen, leading the charge into a life of excess. But let's not forget the countless nights spent at exclusive clubs, where the lines between celebration and chaos blurred. Reports surfaced of Kate being spotted at various hotspots, often with a drink in hand and surrounded by a cast of characters who lived life on the edge. Each appearance added another layer to her party girl image, painting her as the ultimate symbol of the 90s nightlife. It wasn't just about the glitz, it was about embracing a lifestyle that many would only dream of, one filled with intoxicating freedom and a hint of danger. However, this glamorous facade began to crack. The very behaviors that fueled her image also started to raise alarms. Friends and family expressed concern as Kate's partying escalated, often leading to embarrassing moments played out in the public eye. The infamous Cocaine Kate incident, where she was photographed with a rolled up bill of white powder, served as a wake up call, not just for her, but for the fashion industry as a whole. Suddenly, the glamorous party girl was thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, forcing her to confront the reality of her situation head on. It was a turning point, one that sent shockwaves through her career. While Kate attempted to distance herself from the party girl, persona seeking rehabilitation and a more subdued lifestyle, her past continued to haunt her. The media was relentless, with headlines that often sensationalized her struggles, perpetuating the narrative of the fallen star who couldn't escape her demons. Yet, despite the chaos, there was something undeniably magnetic about Kate. Her ability to captivate an audience was not lost on the fashion world. In fact, it only solidified her position as an icon. But let's dive deeper into the allure of this party girl persona. What makes it so fascinating? For many, it represents a form of rebellion, a breakaway from societal norms. Kate's lifestyle became a statement, a declaration that she was unafraid to live life on her own terms. She danced on the edge, embraced the chaos, and, in doing so, became a symbol of freedom for a generation. There was a certain romanticism in her story, a belief that living on the edge could lead to an exhilarating life filled with experiences that others could only dream of. Yet, this lifestyle came with its own set of risks. The high-flying nights often led to low points, with Kate facing episodes where her behavior raised eyebrows and concerns. Witnesses to her antics reported moments of stumbling, slurring, and uneasy movements, signs that hinted at the darker side of her glamorous facade. The party girl was no longer just a fun-loving figure. She was a woman wrestling with her choices in a world that demanded perfection. As we fast forward to the present, it becomes clear that Kate's party girl persona still lingers. Recent reports of her being spotted at various events, often with a drink in hand, have reignited conversations about her lifestyle. Is she simply enjoying life, or is there something more concerning at play? Observers have noted her behavior at fashion shows, where moments of nodding off or awkward movements raise questions about her state of mind. It's a delicate dance between maintaining her image and confronting the reality of her situations. The duality of Kate Moss, the supermodel and the party girl, is a narrative that continues to unfold. While she has made attempts to reclaim her narrative and embrace sobriety, the shadows of her past continue to follow her. Each public appearance is scrutinized, each stumble documented, and with it, the conversation about her struggles with addiction remains alive and well. So, what does the future hold for Kate? As we dive deeper into her life, we must remember that behind the headlines and the glam is a woman grappling with her identity in an unforgiving world. The party girl persona may have brought her fame, but it also serves as a reminder of the battles she continues to face. Will she break free from the chains of her past, or will the allure of the party girl forever keep her in its grasp? Stay tuned as we explore the next chapter of Kate Moss's story, delving into her struggles with addiction and the impact it has had on her life and career. As we delve into the life of Kate Moss, it becomes increasingly clear that her journey is not merely one of fame and fortune, but rather a complex narrative interwoven with addiction and the relentless pursuit of balance. The glitzy world of fashion, while glamorous, can also be a treacherous landscape, and for Kate, the shadows of addiction have loomed large throughout her career. In this section, we'll explore the depths of her struggles, the impact of addiction on her life, and the ongoing battle for sobriety that continues to define her narrative. Kate's relationship with substances began early in her career, often fueled by the very industry that celebrated her. The pressures of fame, coupled with the fast-paced lifestyle that accompanied her rise to the top, created a perfect storm for addiction to take root. From the late-night parties to the after-hours club scene, the allure of substances became an escape from the pressures she faced. Initially, it may have seemed like a harmless indulgence, a way to unwind after grueling photo shoots and constant scrutiny. However, what began as a fleeting escape quickly morphed into a dependency that would alter the course of her life. In the early 2000s, the infamous Cocaine Kate incident marked a pivotal moment in her life. The scandal erupted when a photographer captured Kate in a compromising position, holding a rolled-up banknote over a surface that appeared to contain white powder. The media frenzy that ensued painted her as a reckless party girl, a stereotype that would stick with her for years. While some saw it as a cautionary tale, others viewed it as a further glamorization of the chaotic lifestyle she embodied. What many failed to grasp was the profound impact that addiction was having on Kate's life beyond the headlines. As her struggles with substances became more apparent, Kate found herself at a crossroads. The pressures of public life weighed heavily on her, leading to multiple stints in rehab. Each time she attempted to reclaim her narrative, the shadows of her past would rear their ugly heads, making sobriety a daunting challenge. While she often spoke about her desire to break free from the cycle of addiction, the reality was far more complex. The very industry that propelled her to stardom also perpetuated the behaviors that contributed to her struggles. It's essential to understand that addiction is not just a personal battle. It's a multifaceted issue that affects not only the individual, but also their loved ones. Kate's relationships with family and friends have often been strained by her choices, with those closest to her expressing concern about her well-being. Her sister, Lottie Moss, has been vocal about her own struggles with addiction, highlighting the familial patterns that complicate their lives. The bond between sisters can be both a source of support and a reminder of the challenges they face together. In addition to familial ties, the fashion industry itself has its own set of challenges that often go unaddressed. The glamorization of addiction within the world of fashion creates an environment where substance use can be overlooked or even romanticized. Many models, including Kate, have been thrust into a world where the pressures to look perfect and maintain a certain image can lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms. The very culture that celebrates beauty often fails to recognize the toll it takes on mental health and well-being. The public's perception of Kate Moss has evolved over the years. While she was once hailed as the ultimate party girl, there's a growing recognition of the complexities of her struggles. Recent reports have highlighted a pattern of behavior that suggests she may be grappling with her past again. Sightings of Kate at parties, often with drinks in hand, have reignited discussions about her relationship with substances and whether she has truly managed to overcome her struggles. Observers note that her demeanor at events can be concerning, with moments of discomfort and disorientation raising alarms about her current state. For Kate, the fight for sobriety is a continuous journey, marked by setbacks and small victories. Despite the challenges she faces, there have been glimmers of hope in her life. There have been instances where she appeared to be on the right path, embracing sobriety and focusing on her work. She has spoken candidly about the desire to be a better role model for her daughter, Lila, who is now stepping into the fashion world herself. This commitment to her family has driven Kate to reflect on her choices and the legacy she wishes to leave behind. As we examine the complexities of Kate's struggles with addiction, it's crucial to recognize that the road to recovery is rarely linear. The battle is often fraught with ups and downs, moments of clarity interspersed with relapses. The stigma surrounding addiction can make it difficult for individuals to seek help, often leading them to feel isolated in their struggles. For Kate, the public scrutiny only amplifies these feelings, creating an environment where she must navigate her challenges under the watchful eye of the media. The narrative surrounding Kate Moss is one of resilience, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As she continues to navigate the tumultuous waters of fame and addiction, we must approach her story with empathy rather than judgment. Behind the headlines and the glamour lies a woman who has fought valiantly against her demons, and her journey serves as a reminder of the complexities of addiction. In the world of fashion, where beauty is often equated with success, it's essential to remember that the human experience is far more nuanced. As we turn our attention to the next chapter of Kate's story, we'll explore her recent sightings and the speculation surrounding her lifestyle choices. Is she truly on the path to recovery, or are the shadows of her past still looming large? Join us as we unpack the latest developments in the life of Kate Moss, a woman whose story continues to unfold with every new headline. In the ever-watchful world of celebrity culture, the life of Kate Moss has become a subject of intense scrutiny and speculation. As we dive deeper into her recent sightings, it becomes increasingly evident that the complexities of her lifestyle choices have not only raised eyebrows, but also ignited a fervent discussion about her well-being. With each public appearance, the question looms larger. Is Kate Moss truly embracing sobriety, or is she still battling the ghosts of her past? The latest reports and social media buzz have painted a vivid picture of Kate's current state. Spotted at various high-profile events, including fashion shows and music festivals, her appearances have been met with a mix of admiration and concern. While many fans celebrate her enduring status as a fashion icon, others worry that the specter of addiction may still be haunting her. Observers have noted her behavior, with some claiming to witness signs of distress or discomfort during public outings. Take, for example, a recent sighting at a fashion show where Kate appeared visibly out of sorts. Clips circulated online show her nodding off, fidgeting, and displaying body language that suggests she might be struggling with something more than just fatigue. Comments from fans and critics alike flooded social media, with some questioning whether she was under the influence of substances. Phrases like, "back in her party mood," and "is it snowing again?" have become common refrains among those paying attention to her every move. One particularly alarming incident occurred during a high-profile birthday celebration for her daughter, Lila. As the festivities unfolded, Kate was seen stepping outside for a smoke, but what was meant to be a brief moment of respite turned into a stumble that caught the attention of onlookers and paparazzi alike. Videos captured the moment, showing her struggling to maintain her balance, raising questions about her sobriety. The scene was both heartbreaking and telling, illustrating the challenges she faces while trying to navigate motherhood and the party scene simultaneously. Adding fuel to the fire, reports from tabloid sources have suggested that Kate has been reconnecting with friends from her past, individuals who were part of her earlier party lifestyle. This rekindling of old friendships has raised alarms among those who worry that these connections might lead her back to the very habits she has fought to overcome. One blind item made waves as it hinted that the fashion icon had been seen knocking back drinks and engaging in behaviors reminiscent of her wild youth, suggesting that she may be slipping back into old patterns. But what does this mean for Kate, both personally and professionally? The fashion industry is unforgiving, and the pressures to maintain a certain image can be overwhelming. While she has undoubtedly built a legacy as a supermodel, the weight of public scrutiny can take its toll. Each misstep is magnified, each stumble documented, creating a narrative that can overshadow her accomplishments. The public's fascination with her life often turns into a double-edged sword, where support can quickly morph into judgment. Yet, amidst the speculation and concern, there are glimmers of hope. Kate has demonstrated resilience time and again, and there are signs that she is aware of the path she is on. Her commitment to her daughter Lila serves as a powerful motivator. As Lila steps into the limelight, following in her mother's footsteps, Kate has expressed a desire to show her the importance of making healthier choices. This maternal instinct may play a pivotal role in her journey to reclaim her narrative, reminding her of the stakes involved. As we observe Kate's recent antics and the ongoing speculation surrounding her lifestyle, it's essential to approach the situation with a nuanced understanding. Addiction is a complicated issue, one that does not simply vanish because of fame or success. The road to recovery is often fraught with pitfalls, and for someone like Kate, who has been in the spotlight for decades, the journey can be even more challenging. The conversation surrounding Kate Moss should not solely focus on her alleged missteps. Rather, it should encompass the broader implications of addiction and the societal pressures that contribute to it. While spectators may revel in the drama, it's crucial to remember that behind the headlines is a woman grappling with her identity, navigating the complexities of fame, and striving to find a balance in a world that often demands perfection. As we move forward in Kate's story, we'll examine the impact of her lifestyle on her family, particularly her daughter and sister. What does it mean for them to witness Kate's struggles, and how do familial relationships influence her journey toward recovery? Stay with us as we explore the ties that bind and the challenges that arise when addiction runs in the family. In the intricate tapestry of Kate Moss's life, the threads of family play a crucial role in shaping her narrative. As we delve deeper into her story, it becomes clear that the impact of her struggles with addiction extends beyond her own experiences, affecting those closest to her, including her daughter, Lila, and her sister, Lottie. The complexities of familial relationships add another layer to the conversation about addiction, illustrating how it can ripple through generations and influence the lives of loved ones. At the heart of Kate's journey is her daughter, Lila Grace Moss Hack. Born in 1998, Lila has been raised in the shadow of her mother's iconic status. As she steps into the world of fashion, following in Kate's illustrious footsteps, the pressures of living up to a legendary name can be overwhelming. Lila has already begun making her mark in the industry, captivating audiences with her beauty and charm. However, her ascent comes with its own set of challenges, particularly as she navigates the complexities of her mother's public persona. For Lila, witnessing her mother's struggles with addiction has undoubtedly shaped her worldview. Growing up in an environment where the stakes are high and the spotlight is relentless, she may find herself grappling with the question of how to balance ambition with the desire for a healthy, fulfilling life. Reports have emerged suggesting that Lila is aware of her mother's battles and is determined to chart her own course, one that prioritizes well-being over the chaotic lifestyle that has defined Kate's past. This desire for a different path is not just a personal choice. It reflects a generational shift in the conversation around addiction and mental health. For many young people today, the stigma surrounding these issues is starting to dissipate, opening the door for honest discussions about the challenges they face. Lila's journey may serve as a beacon of hope, showcasing the potential for change and growth within a family impacted by addiction. But it's not just Lila who feels the weight of Kate's struggles. Her sister, Lottie, has also been vocal about her own battles with addiction. The Moss sisters share a bond that transcends the superficial glitz of the fashion world, rooted in their shared experiences and challenges. Lottie has openly discussed her struggles on social media, shedding light on the complexities of addiction and how it can manifest within families. By sharing her story, she not only seeks to destigmatize addiction, but also to create a sense of solidarity with others who may be facing similar challenges. The dynamics between Kate and Lottie are telling. While they are united by their experiences as models, they also navigate the treacherous waters of addiction together. This shared journey can foster a deep understanding and empathy between them, but it can also bring forth the harsh realities of familial patterns. As they confront their respective struggles, the importance of support and open communication becomes paramount. They may find strength in each other, but the road to recovery remains fraught with obstacles. Moreover, the impact of Kate's lifestyle extends beyond her immediate family. Friends and acquaintances within the fashion industry often express concern, recognizing the toll that addiction can take on individuals who are celebrated for their beauty and success. The culture of the fashion world, while glamorous, can also be unforgiving. Models who struggle with addiction are often left to navigate their challenges in isolation, further exacerbating feelings of loneliness and despair. Kate's story serves as a poignant reminder that addiction does not exist in a vacuum. It affects everyone in its orbit. The ripple effects can be felt throughout a family, shaping relationships and influencing choices. As Kate continues to grapple with her own demons, the question remains, how can she break the cycle and create a healthier environment for her daughter and sister? In recent interviews, Kate has expressed a desire to be a better role model for Lila, acknowledging the importance of leading by example. This recognition of her responsibilities as a mother is a step in the right direction, showcasing her commitment to breaking free from the patterns that have defined her past. However, the journey toward recovery is rarely straightforward, and the temptation to revert to old habits can be overwhelming. As we continue to explore Kate's life, we must consider the broader implications of addiction and the family dynamics at play. The struggles faced by individuals are often mirrored in the experiences of those around them, creating a web of interconnected challenges. The story of Kate Moss is not just one of fame and fortune. It is a narrative that underscores the complexities of addiction, the importance of family, and the possibility of healing. In the next section, we will turn our attention to the industry itself, examining how the fashion world has contributed to Kate's challenges and the glamorization of addiction. What role does the industry play in shaping the narratives of its stars, and how can it foster an environment that supports mental health and well-being? Stay tuned as we unpack the relationship between Kate, the fashion industry, and the ongoing conversation about addiction and recovery. The world of high fashion is often painted in strokes of glamour, beauty, and allure, but beneath this glossy surface lies a different reality, one that can be both toxic and unforgiving. As we examine the role of the fashion industry in shaping Kate Moss's narrative, we must confront the uncomfortable truth that this same industry has a significant hand in perpetuating the very issues that plague its stars, including addiction and mental health struggles. From the moment Kate Moss burst onto the scene in the early 90s, she became a symbol of the era, a muse for designers and photographers who sought to capture the essence of youth and rebellion. With her iconic waif-like figure and striking features, Kate embodied the ideal of beauty that the fashion world celebrated. However, this ideal was often accompanied by an unspoken expectation to maintain a lifestyle that supported that image, no matter the cost. The pressures placed on models are immense, and for someone like Kate, who was thrust into the limelight at a young age, the stakes were even higher. The relentless pursuit of perfection often leads to unhealthy coping mechanisms, with substance use becoming a common escape from the pressures of an industry that demands constant scrutiny. The fashion world has historically romanticized the idea of the party girl, turning reckless behavior into a badge of honor. Models who indulge in nightlife and substance use are often celebrated, reinforcing the notion that this chaotic lifestyle is an integral part of being a successful figure in the industry. However, this glamorization comes at a steep price. For Kate, the very traits that made her a sought-after model
also contributed to her struggles with addiction. The culture of excess that surrounded her became a double edged sword. While it propelled her career forward, it also led her down a path fraught with danger. The industry's failure to address the underlying issues surrounding mental health and addiction has left many models feeling isolated and unsupported, often forcing them to navigate their battles in silence. As Kate's career progressed, the media's portrayal of her often blurred the line between celebrating her achievements and scrutinizing her personal life. The relentless coverage of her relationships, parties, and alleged substance use created a narrative that overshadowed her accomplishments as a model. Instead of being recognized for her talent and hard work, she became the subject of tabloid fodder, reducing her identity to that of a wild child rather than a multifaceted individual with hopes, dreams, and struggles. The industry's role in shaping these narratives cannot be overstated. While designers and brands benefit from the public's fascination with models like Kate, they often fail to provide the support systems needed to help those grappling with addiction. Instead of fostering an environment that emphasizes mental health and well-being, the fashion world continues to perpetuate harmful stereotypes that glamorize substance use and reckless behavior.
This perpetuation creates a cycle where models feel pressured to conform to a certain lifestyle, even when it may be detrimental to their health. In recent years, there has been a growing awareness of the need for change within the fashion industry. Initiatives aimed at promoting mental health among models are slowly gaining traction, with some brands taking steps to prioritize the well-being of their talent. However, these efforts are still in their infancy, and many within the industry remain resistant to addressing the root causes of the issues facing models. The conversation about addiction and mental health must be elevated, not just as an afterthought, but as an integral part of the industry's evolution. Kate Moss's story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that behind the glitz and glamour lies a complex reality that often goes unaddressed. As she continues to navigate her journey, it is essential to recognize the role that the industry plays in shaping her narrative. The pressures of fame, the glamorization of addiction, and the lack of support systems create an environment where models like Kate can easily become casualties of their own success. As we conclude our exploration of Kate Moss's life and struggles, we must consider the broader implications of her story for the fashion industry as a whole. How can the industry shift its focus from glamorizing reckless behavior to promoting healthy choices? What steps can be taken to support models in their journeys toward recovery and well-being? The answers to these questions will not only impact Kate's life, but also the lives of countless others navigating the same treacherous waters. In our final section, we will summarize the key takeaways from Kate's story and reflect on the importance of empathy and understanding in the face of addiction. As we look to the future, there is hope for change, both for Kate and for the fashion industry at large. Stay tuned as we wrap up this compelling narrative with a call for compassion and a renewed perspective on the complexities of addiction. As we wrap up the compelling narrative of Kate Moss, we are left with a profound understanding of the complexities surrounding her life and the struggles she faces. Kate's journey through the glitzy world of fashion is not merely a story of fame, success, and chaos. It is a stark reminder of the challenges posed by addiction and the impact it can have on individuals and their families. Through her experiences, we gain insight into the broader implications of addiction, the role of the fashion industry, and the importance of empathy in addressing these issues. Kate Moss's life has been characterized by a duality that captivates and confounds. On one hand, she is an icon, a supermodel who has redefined beauty and captured the hearts of millions. Her influence on the fashion industry is undeniable, and her legacy as a pioneer of the heroin chic aesthetic remains etched in history. However, beneath this glamorous exterior lies a woman grappling with the demons of addiction, navigating a turbulent path marked by personal and professional challenges. The pressures of fame and the expectations placed on models can create an environment where substance use becomes a normalized coping mechanism. Kate's struggles with addiction serve as a reminder that even those who seem to have it all can face overwhelming battles. The relentless scrutiny of the media only exacerbates these challenges, often reducing individuals to mere headlines while failing to recognize their humanity. We must remember that behind the public persona is a person with hopes, fears, and vulnerabilities. As we reflect on Kate's story, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The fashion industry has the opportunity to evolve and create a more supportive environment for its talent. By prioritizing mental health and wellness, the industry can break the cycle of glamorizing reckless behavior and instead promote healthier choices. Initiatives that focus on education, support, and open dialogue about addiction and mental health are essential for fostering a culture of compassion and understanding. Furthermore, the conversation surrounding addiction must transcend the confines of the fashion world. As Kate's story resonates with many, it highlights the universal struggle of individuals grappling with substance use issues. Addiction is a complex and multifaceted challenge that affects people from all walks of life. By approaching the topic with empathy, we can create a more supportive society that encourages individuals to seek help without fear of judgment. Kate Moss's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the setbacks and challenges she faces, there is hope for her future and the futures of those around her. As she continues to navigate her path toward recovery, we can support her by embracing a mindset of compassion rather than criticism. We must celebrate her achievements while acknowledging the struggles she endures, recognizing that recovery is a journey filled with ups and downs. In conclusion, Kate Moss's story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of addiction, the impact of the fashion industry, and the importance of empathy in our understanding of these issues. As we move forward, let us strive to create a world that embraces vulnerability, supports those in need, and recognizes the shared humanity in all of us. Together, we can foster an environment where individuals like Kate can find healing, hope, and the strength to rewrite their narratives. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Kate Moss. As we continue to reflect on her story, may we carry with us the lessons learned, and may we advocate for a future that prioritizes compassion, understanding, and support for all those impacted by addiction.